Sometimes this pain just makes my head drop, but it's just another path, my treads don't stop. So as I release myself through this ink, I feel free enough to give myself time to think. Sometimes this pain just makes my head drop, but this is just another path, my treads don't stop. So as I release myself through this ink, I feel free enough to give myself time to think. Sometimes this pain just makes my head drop, but this is just another path, my treads don't stop. So whether in the streets or behind the felonies, we all locked to the knees, I'm just trying to bring peace. My mind's in competition with my heart's mission. In the way I am blessed, it was God-given, but I end up with less. I guess the part's missing. In a way, stress is a mess, I try not to fall in it, but sometimes you get dirty and you crawl in it. It's a dirty world that keeps spinning, whether we all in it, whether we gone missing or up gone fishing, eating off the same plate. Hey, I guess it's a small kitchen. I had friendships take the wrong in it. Maybe they shouldn't existed, or maybe the wrong beginning. It happens for a reason, whether smallest or the biggest, the longest or the quickest, man, it's all for your religion. It all brings resentment, and they don't tell you some of your men can't be strong as no women. What would we do without no women? We would only kill without no women. It's like rainbows and midgets, ain't no ending. You gotta keep it real, man, and ain't no pretending. No negative in the message I'm sending. I just want your attention to listen for a minute. Sometimes the pain just makes my head drop, but this is just another path, my treads don't stop. So as I release myself through this ink, I feel free enough to give myself time to think. Sometimes this pain just makes my head drop, but this is just another path, my treads don't stop. So whether in the streets or behind the felonies, we all locked to the knees, I'm just trying to bring peace. There's so many faces, I don't know which eyes to choose. The expressing sense of affection, but even looks a lot of you. I try to make it like a hip and stay on the side of you, and if it's too much evil, I'll be your Jesus and die for you. I remember putting my head down and aside for you, tears rolling down, but I promised I wouldn't cry for you. Cause the day that I look up in the sky for you, you happy up there, so I only should be smiling too. And make the best out of my physical form. My mental is torn by the simplest of storms. I don't understand why I was born, but you don't either, and it burns like ether just to keep going. Make me wanna jump in this breeze and forget where I'm going, where I'm at, what was that, how it was, and how long. It's a shame, but hey, that's why I'm writing this song. Cause sometimes it's the war decide what is right and what is wrong. Sometimes the pain just makes my head drop, but this is just another path, my treads don't stop. So as I release myself through this ink, I feel free enough to give myself time to think. Sometimes this pain just makes my head drop, but this is just another path, my treads don't stop. So whether in the streets or behind the felonies, we all locked to the knees, I'm just trying to bring peace. Tears, sweat, and blood made this country, but we shed a tear for the sweat and blood in other countries. Nowadays it's cocaine plants and Dutch leaves, and nobody bothers to pay attention to the cut screens. We misconstrued with our natural intuition. We got some of the most intelligent facial intervention for drinking, binging, pill popping, and coke sniffing, and sickening, cause it can ruin the man's image. Cause you probably thinking, man, I ain't addicted, don't admit it till you in here with your child as a co-witness. Foster homes alone, man, there's no winning. No, gotta go to prison just to see how you're living. The time you've been missing, and ain't no forgetting these years, or maybe there ain't no forgiving. When you just could've took a minute, when you just could've took a minute to listen.